Hi. So I was just a junior and I am going to be a senior, class of 2024. And your summer after junior year, you're supposed to be looking at colleges, you're supposed to be basically getting prepared for fall, right? So I decided to come up with this little experiment. I'm an overachiever. I've always been an overachiever. I've always tried to go beyond what sometimes maybe I can. So over the summer, what date is it? June 2nd. And literally the week after I got off school, I decided, hey, I am going to apply to 20 plus colleges. And this is my journey. So how did I come up with this decision? Well, YouTube. I love watching college decision videos, and the main ones I've been watching are the ones that are like, I applied to 20 plus colleges, I applied to 30 plus colleges, and I'm pretty sure I saw someone apply to like 40 plus colleges. I've gotten inspired because I've seen the amount of scholarship money they get, and I have a mother who is not gonna just send me to school just because it's prestigious. She's gonna send me if we can afford to pay it. So I decided, hey, it's summertime, why not? And it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie and say it's not a lot of work, a lot of writing, but good for me. I love writing. I've always loved writing. I think I'm good at it. So it has never the writing has never turned me away from it. Another reason I've decided to do it is TikTok. You see, I didn't know what to do the summer before my senior year for college. I was just curious one day and I looked on TikTok and I saw what you need to do your your summer before college, and it was this person or college admission person telling me you need to start writing your essays, you need to finalize your colleges, you need to do this and that. And then I downloaded Common App, and then I saw everything you had to do, and I was just like, dang, I need to start now. But yeah, watching TikToks have definitely helped me. Seeing other people get into their dream schools has also really inspired me, because I didn't really have a dream school until a month ago. And I feel like if I don't try over the summer, that I will not get into the schools. And I'll if that doesn't make sense, I'll touch upon that later. So let's get into the video. So what have I done so far? Well, let me tell you. The Notes app on your iPhone, if you want to do this, you can use Google Docs or Word or something, but Notes app on iPhone has helped me out a lot. I like to be organized. Ever since I got this iPad, I've been very organized, and the Notes app has helped me a lot. So I have a file, I think it's a folder. I have a folder in my Notes app for colleges. Actually, I have two folders. I'll explain the other one later. I have a folder for colleges, and in this folder, I have all the colleges I'm applying to. I have all my extracurriculars, what I want to put on my college resume. I have a college to-do list. I have my top choices, everything. I can go more in depth than that in another video, but I have everything on there, and I'm going to touch upon some of the things I have on there and what I think you guys should have. And obviously, I don't think you should be applying to 20 plus colleges. Every YouTube video I've seen says, hey, don't apply to so many colleges. But the reason I'm applying is because I have a scholarship called Step Up. And this scholarship, I go to a private Christian school. This scholarship basically helps me go there because it's like really expensive. And because of Step Up, I get fee waivers for my ACT and SAT. And if you look on your Common App, it says you don't have to pay to apply to colleges if you can get these fee waivers. So I'm taking advantage of that opportunity because college applications are expensive and I'm broke. So, the college list. So you can see this anywhere on TikTok, on YouTube. They will tell you, make a college list. Usually it should be from like 7 to I think 15 colleges, and organize them in this way. Top, your reaches. Your reaches are your schools that you think you have a very, very low chance at getting in. Like the Ivies, the UCs, like all the schools that you think you really don't have a chance. Well, I'm not gonna say you don't have a chance. All schools like make exceptions, and most of the Ivies, like some of the Ivies, they don't really look, well, I'm not gonna say they don't look at grades, but from what I've researched, they care about you as a person. I don't know about Harvard though. They care about you as a person and your background and where you come from. So I'm not gonna say like if you think your GPA is too low that you shouldn't apply to an Ivy. No, like if it's your dream school, go for it. Go for it, because you would never know. You never know if they're gonna make an exception for you or if they're gonna let you go to that school. So yeah, so college reaches. Up there is reaches. That's gonna be at the top of your list. I put a little emoji by it. I can show it somewhere on the screen. I put a little emoji by it because I'm extra. Under reaches is your target school. These are your schools that you really think you have a chance of getting in and you like want to go to. Like those are your targets. That's your like main goal. Like reaches, those would be great if you can get to, but is it realistic? Maybe not so much. Maybe because of like cost, maybe like the admissions rate. That is like unrealistic. But your target schools have a little higher percentage of acceptances. They might be closer to you. They might be colleges you still like, and colleges that are more in your price range. This was really hard to make because it's hard to distinguish what is the difference between your reach and your target, because both are schools you want to go to. And like for someone, Yale might be their target because they have a high GPA or something and they have a chance to get in, but for some people Yale might be a reach, like me. But it's easy to kind of get confused between the two. But just three points on how to know if it's a target. 1, is the acceptance rate more than like a 10? If it's more than a 10, then I think that might be your target, unless you're like really, really smart. Then don't listen to me. 2, is it close to you, or is it affordable for you? If it is, then it's a target. And 3, do they have a lot of scholarships? Because many of the schools I'm reaching now give away a lot of money if you are maybe a person of color, if you're first generation. They give away a lot of scholarships, and if you answer their writing supplements right. Last, we have safeties. So safeties are schools that maybe are your state schools, like schools that are closer to where you live, schools that have a admissions percent that's like very much in your, like you definitely know, yeah I can get into this school, and that you would like to go to. Because many people think safeties, you should put your safeties in schools that you don't want to go to. You're just doing it just so you have a school. No, it has to be, make sure your safeties are schools you wouldn't mind going to if, like, let's say they offer you a full ride and you're just like, yeah, I'd go to there over like an Ivy or over one of your target schools. Then yeah, put that as your safety. Don't just put random schools. Even though I'm applying to like 20 plus schools, I've researched all of them to make sure they're in locations I like, they're in my price range, and my mom will let me go there. So make sure your safeties are schools that you like, okay? Next, we have downloading the Common App. So, Common App's free to download. It basically is used, I think, throughout a lot of colleges, except like I go to Adventist school, except Adventist colleges and UCs and UCs have their own like application thing. So the Common App is basically your best friend this summer, because filling out your Common App is gonna be your main thing to do if you're not like me and you wanna apply to less than 20 something colleges. That's like your main goal, because your Common App basically shows colleges who you are, like your academics and stuff like that. Right now it's June 2nd, and I've almost filled my entire Common App except my academics, because I'm still waiting for my transcript, and except my ACT and SAT scores, because I'm taking my ACT in July, and I'm gonna make a video on. We'll get to that. But I've filled out my activities. I filled out like my basic family information, and I've also put all of the colleges that I plan to apply to on that Common App. And Common App has helped me so much because it helps you organize everything colleges, and that's also where you put your personal essay. And that's it. And that's another topic that I'm going to talk about next. So your Common App essay. I believe, your max amount of words is 600 words, and you're supposed to talk about essentially yourself. And summer is the best time to start planning that. For me, my essay came to me very quickly. That's not usually the case. I knew what I wanted to write about, like, instantly. I'm not going to tell you guys because I haven't applied yet, and I don't want anyone taking my idea. I don't know if it's that good, but so I have written mine, but I've definitely planned others, because it's really easy for me to write. So I can write like an essay in like an hour or an hour and a half. So I wrote, I think, 3 personal essays, and I let my family proofread them, choose which one they liked the best, and then I decided which one I'm going to have as my Common App essay. But I didn't put it in the Common App yet because I'm waiting until school starts to have like some teachers read it or something. Summer's definitely the best time to start planning, or putting your whole life on. Just for me, if I just put like my whole life, I just like think, what has my life been? I started from the beginning. Started like open a notes file, and started like writing like experiences in my life, and then after looking at the list, it helped me a lot on knowing what I wanted to write about and knowing what experience I can relate to my academic life. So it's best to plan this. You don't have to finish it as fast as I am. Like, I finished it like I think a week ago, but definitely start thinking about it, because you don't want to do it last minute in case you want to apply to colleges early action or early decision, because senior year is busy. I know for me, senior year is busy, and if you want to, I feel like you should focus your senior year on getting those extracurriculars and studying for those SAT, ACT tests, because if you're just focused on like writing your college essay, writing supplements and all that stuff, then it kind of gets overwhelming, in my opinion. Creating a timeline. I'm going to make a whole video on my timeline, but the idea came to me from a TikTok actually. I'm gonna see if I can put it somewhere here, where this girl goes over how she got into an Ivy League school and what she did. And my favorite my favorite advice that she gave me was making a timeline. So my timeline starts in June 2nd, all the way to May. And May of next year, 2024. So in that timeline, I put everything. I put college admissions, applications deadlines. I put college financial aid deadlines. I put scholarship deadlines. I put everything. I even put my college tours. I put when I have to check for stuff, I put when like the FAFSA, is that how you pronounce it? This and this opens, so I can start getting like that ready. So it's really helpful to organize your information. I would pretty much be done without it. I would be done without it. But yeah, that's really helped me out. I will make a video breaking down your notes app, and I'll probably make a template to put into the description. But yeah, finding scholarships. So it's kind of hard to find scholarships over the summer, in my opinion, because many scholarships open, I believe, it's August, September, this stuff, but you can always find them, because I feel like finding them takes a lot of work, as much work as actually like applying for them. So my main source was scholarship.com, and scholarship.com I like because they organized all their scholarship based on your circumstances, like your race, your family circumstances, clubs that you've joined, your interest. It organizes all of that. So if you're like, say, a first generation, or let's say you're black like me, they have a whole list of scholarships just because you're black, right? So what I did is I took one day out of my summer break. I took one day and made sure I just like looked for scholarships, right? And there was a lot, and many of them would say like, oh, it's closed, but they open later in the year. So if you have all your list of like scholarships, you can just put it in your timeline, and then when you know like, oh, this opens, I can apply for it, and then you can apply for it, and then the work is done. Like, I feel like finding them is a lot of work, so it's best to like get it done now. And I'll touch more about that on my timeline video. Deadlines. So there's many deadlines that you have to consider when applying to colleges. If you're applying to colleges that you really want to go to, early action or early decision. I've done, out of all the colleges, the 20 plus colleges, I am not applying to any early decision, but I am applying to some early action. The difference: early action is non-binding. So if you apply early action, you will get your college decision very early. I think for most schools, early action is during like November or December, and then you would know in like January, or if you apply in November, you would know in December. So I'm applying to some schools early action because I want to know, and also I don't like binding agreements because financial stuff has always been a big thing in my family, and it's ultimately how much money they give me to go there and if I can afford to go there, right? Not only is there early action and early decision, there's also rolling admissions and regular decision, and I don't think I can explain rolling admissions that well, so I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, so for rolling admissions, they look at applications right when they're sent in, because for regular decision, they just look at it with all the other applicants, but for rolling decision, if you submit it, then once you submit it, they'll look at it and they'll let you know after the set deadline. Another deadline is financial aid deadlines. Every school has their own financial aid deadlines, and it can become very overwhelming to search for not only admissions deadlines but also financial aid deadlines. But it pays off in the end because there's no way you're gonna remember all of these deadlines. There's absolutely no way. So it's really pays off to like research and know what you're doing. The big questions: what colleges I am applying to. I am going to read off my list, and some of them are definitely reaches. So yeah, let me start at my reaches. For reaches, we have Yale University, Dartmouth College, Johns Hopkins University, Northwestern University, Tufts University, Duke University, University of Pennsylvania, Washington University in St. Louis. Those are my reaches. Target schools. University of Southern California, University of Miami, NYU, New York University, Boston University, University of Washington, Emerson College, and Florida State University. So those are my targets, schools that I want to focus on getting into. And here are my safeties. University of Rochester, Northeastern University, Flagler College, Colorado College, Rice University. Should Rice be on my safeties? Anyways, Rice University, University of Central Florida, Colby College, and Colgate University. So, all my safeties, some of them, the percentages are still a little low, but those are schools that I know definitely look more at you as a person, except UCF, but anyways, you as a person. So that's why they're in my safeties, because I feel like I can get it because I do a lot of stuff in my community. As you can see, there's some in Florida. I live in Florida, so I am applying to state schools, but I'm not. Florida schools are my goal, except, yeah, some of them are my goal, but not really my goal, Testing. So my story with testing is that I took the ACT test not for college. When I took my first ACT test, I was just gonna be like, hey, I just want to see how I would do. I am going to take a college class next year during my senior year. I'm taking college English. So you need a certain ACT or SAT score to get into that class. So I was like, let me just take the ACT, see what I get. If I need to retake it to take that class, I will. So I took it, and I got a decent grade. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm still a little embarrassed about it, but it was decent. And I actually liked the ACT because when I took the PSAT, I remember not really liking it. But I like the ACT because it's very easy. It's not easy. It's just, I like how it's timed. I am going to be taking the ACT July 16th, and I am going to be documenting my process on how to get a 36 on my ACT, because I see a lot of YouTubers say this is how you get a 36, so I'm going to see if they work as a little experiment. So I've seen a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm going to be going through them and seeing if they work, because I want a 36 on my ACT. I don't know if that's possible. We will see, because I'll make a video on it. Extracurriculars I am doing over the summer. So these are the extracurriculars that I know that I am doing over the summer for sure. I'm going to talk about 2 of them because I want to do 4, but 2 of them are already in the works. So one, I'm starting a blog with my friend. I will link it in the description. This blog is actually to help people of color, mostly girls of color who go to predominantly white schools, and give them encouragement and also give them opportunities to share their stories on our site, and they can get community service hours and put on their college application that they were a writer for our blog. So it's mainly to help other people, but to also get our stories out there. If you want to be a part of that, put it in the description. Click on it in the description. And yeah, anyone can be a part of it. All you have to do is put in your email, name, and put what your culture means to you. So if you want to be involved, just click on the website. But I'm also, not only am I doing the blog, but I am also doing a video production internship over the summer, and I got this internship from my church. Video production is important to me. That's what I want to study. That's the basis of that's not the major, but that's the basis of what I want to study in college. That's why I've done a lot of extracurriculars in my school that has to do with that. So I'm just taking the extra step And also, what else? I said 2, but I think there's 3. I'm also doing a research project, and I don't have any mentor. Like, I just was scrolling on TikTok one day, right, and I saw independent research, because I've been always wanting to do research, but like I don't have the access to go to all these universities to do research. So I'm going to be doing an independent research project. I don't have a mentor or anything, but I just wanted to like try it and try to research a topic that's very interesting to me, because I like doing video stuff. So it's going to be based on video stuff, and I will share that process with you in another video too. This is basically me documenting my whole experience, because I don't even know if I'm gonna get into a good college. I don't know if this is all for nothing, but we will see together. Finally, writing supplements. So most colleges don't change their writing supplements. Most colleges don't. Some of the Ivies do, but most regular colleges don't. They have the same questions every single year. I'm applying to 20-something colleges. I'm not gonna have time in August, September, October I'm not gonna have time to, write 20 plus writing supplements. So I'm starting now, because many of the writing supplements are easy. It's not gonna really change. Like, even if I don't think your answer now is going to change next year, because most of them are YS essays, and YS essays will be the same now and later, because you're writing about the college and what the college has to offer and why you want to go there. So many of them have YS essays. You can look. Many of them have questions that are specific to your culture that you can also get done over the summer. I also have this folder I can show you right here, where I have all the colleges I want to apply to and their supplements that I know don't change, and then I start answering them, like maybe one a week. I start with bullet points, and then I start actually writing the prompt, so I can like proofread and edit when school starts or later in the school year. As you can see, I have like an X and a check mark. X means I haven't finished it. Check mark means I've done it, and it just needs to be proofread. So yeah, so that was basically my introduction to this little experiment. We're gonna go for this together. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we will see if it does, because I'm putting in a lot of effort, and we'll see if this effort actually pays off. And yes, I'm going to be doing a college decision videos when I get my college decisions. So we will see. So thank you so much for watching. I will be coming off my next video probably when I get in like a week or 2, and then when I get my ACT books, I will create a video on that. And also, I'm thinking of creating a video on how I got a job at 15 and 16, like extracurriculars you can start at your school, but we will see. So thank you so much for watching.